14 pages! Oh, why, Oda? Why do you do this to me? Oh, these 14 pages were greatness, but you fucking... Okay. The chapter, man, I really am shocked to see Doflamingo's past kind of revealed in this chapter. I really am shocked. So, I want to do an early clap. Good job, Oda. Good job, Oda. You did a damn good job. This may be 14 pages long, but you definitely delivered in this chapter, and so I am fucking satisfied. I am really satisfied, and we get to see more of Doflamingo's personality traits and how he is like he is. So let's dive down right into Doflamingo's past. We find out that Doflamingo's father gave up the title as a noble of the world, a world noble, and went to live in like a junkyard. Okay? And after that, you had it to where Doflamingo's mother died of illness because they were no longer world nobles. For instance, you know, they couldn't get the treatment they wanted because they didn't no longer have the high-up status of money and stuff, so the world nobles pretty much looked down on them. And at the exact same time, I mean, you know, they were probably in poverty. And so the mother of Doflamingo died, in which in turn you had Doflamingo blaming his father, like, Father, mother died of illness because, you know, you did what you did, like you left being a world noble. And I'm like, oh my god. I mean, you see, you know, how Doflamingo blames his father, kills his father because of that, and he takes his father's head, to the world nobles up there, the celestial dragons. It's like, here, can you let me back in? And then they wouldn't let him back in because they thought his entire family name was traitors. Traitors. That right there, holy shit. I know for a fact the anime, knowing Toei Animation, they're probably going to focus this entire flashback as an episode, and I'm actually looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to this part in the anime, because, I mean, we'll probably get to see the actual screenshots, or the actual, I guess, animation of Doflamingo cutting his father's head off and probably walking with his head to freaking the Celestial Dragons to deliver it. I mean, I want to see that part so bad in the anime. Hopefully they deliver that, because that would be really freaking epic. Finding out Doflamingo killed his own father, ripped off his head, gave it to the Celestial Dragons, and he pretty much watched his mother die of illness because they couldn't probably afford any medicine. That's a very fucked up past right there, but I know for a fact there's more than that. There's definitely a lot more than that, because we gotta find out more about, you know, Doflamingo's brother, and different stuff like that. Now, another personality trait comes out in this chapter. A really major personality trait, once again, of Doflamingo. As you can tell for a while now, Doflamingo really cares about his crew members. He thinks of them as his true family. He does. In this, he goes out of his way to protect Trouble, and he jumps in front and attacks Law to save Trouble for about to get, like, injection by Law and his, like, you know, type of abilities. And so, once again, it shows that Doflamingo does have a caring heart. For this evil dude that was willing to cut off his own father's head, he has a very kind and compassionate heart for his crew members, his family, his true family, as he states, because he went to protect Trouble. I mean, let's think about this, okay? What type of villain, honestly, in One Piece do you think would go out of their way to save their crew members like Doflamingo has? And also, why would he go out of the way to try to recruit Law? It's like he thinks of Law as his brother. Seriously, that's exactly what it looks like constantly for the course of this entire arc. Like, Doflamingo's seriously not trying to kill Law because he wants to change him onto his side. It's like, you know, he can't kill his own brother. So, that's a big thing I've been noticing I just wanted to bring up right now. So, talking about the other bits of this chapter, Fujitora and Sabo. That entire bit, I'm kind of disappointed just a little bit with that, because I wanted to see the fight. I really wanted to see the fight between Sabo and Fujitora continue on, but at the very least, I guess we got progression, and pretty much Fujitora gave up, walked off, and there really wasn't a true victor in that fight. I mean, I guess you could say Sabo won, since he didn't have to move and he guarded Luffy from being attacked, but the same could be said for Fujitora, because, you know, Fujitora technically didn't take any fatal damage or lose, so I mean, you could think of it either or. We don't really know. I guess it's a tie for now between Admiral Fujitora and Sabo. But I do want to say something real quick. Fujitora has moved up as probably one of my favorite admirals after seeing him introduced in this arc. His entire ideology of the way he thinks and the way he acts and what he really does as an admiral really stands out for me as a person. For instance, he actually says he was going to bet his piece on Luffy. And here is the very interesting factor about the betting scene, okay? The first time we were introduced to Fujitora in this manga was when Fujitora was technically betting as a blind man in the casino. You remember that? So there's a lot of correlation between that scene and, the entire bit with how Luffy is fighting Doflamingo, how he's betting on Luffy. Because as we saw in the anime and the manga, when Fujitora was making a bet, he actually was always correct. He was always correct when he made a bet. And only reason why he was always wrong is because you had these assholes saying, oh, he was wrong. Do you remember that? You remember that from the manga and anime? Well, he's betting on Luffy, so we know now that Luffy is confirmed to win, technically, since Admiral Fujitora has really good eyesight, even though he's a blind man. And so, I like that. I love the connection Oda did between those in two different chapters and the different, sequences of events. That was really, really good, Oda. Good job there. I love that with Fujitora's character, and it really just, once again, shows you how great of a character Fujitora is, because he's willing to go out of his way to actually bet on a pirate to win. He understands how good Luffy is, technically. So, it makes him quite different from other admirals we have seen from the One Piece universe. Artwork, for the most part, was really good. I love Oda's artwork, as always. He does a good job with the backgrounds and the character designs. They always look good, and he definitely has these different little goodies always in the background. I just love the way the art looks. So, for the most part, the chapter is very simple. That's really all that went down, technically, since it is 14 pages long. But it still was a very impactful chapter. Had a lot of explosion and pizzazz to this chapter. It was entertaining, to say the least. And I'm looking forward to the next chapter. Because, hopefully we'll find out more about Doflamingo and his brother. We might find out more about Law's backstory. But, Oda, keep doing what you're doing. If you have to make 14 pages one week, I am fine with it. That dude, man, he needs to fucking rest. Because he brings out a lot of greatness. He has, 4 hours a night. So he definitely needs to, I guess get some rest. So anyways, tell me your thoughts on this chapter of One Piece, everybody. Let me know. I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.